Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Spragg and I am one of the social workers here at the Truman VA. I'm with the Caregiver Support Program. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm joined by Barb Webb, who is the Elizabeth Dole Fellow for the state of Missouri, and she's also a part of our Caregiver Support Program here at the Truman VA. She's going to be telling us a little bit about her role as a caregiver, as well as with the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. Barb, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
We would love for others in our community and in our audience tuning in today to learn a little bit more about you. Can you tell me a little bit about your journey as a caregiver?
Well, as a caregiver, it's difficult, it's stressful, anxiety. You have to figure a way for your person, your veteran that you're taking care of. And everybody is different. Nobody's the same. And you have to figure out how to treat it and what to do. And it's not hourly, it's minute by minute.
Absolutely.
And you can sometimes find a way and sometimes you cannot. And you just got to keep on going.
Absolutely. What does a typical day look like for you as a caregiver?
Well, I always say a typical day in my life right now is unique normality. It's just because you got to jump in an instant. You can have the mood swings from your veteran that can be overwhelming, and you have to find a way to treat it and not let yourself become overwhelmed because it's not going to work.
It sounds like it's kind of an ever-changing journey process.
It is.
Okay, absolutely. You participated in the Caregiver Research Study at the Memphis VA Caregiver Center. Can you tell me a little bit about what that was like for you?
Of course. It was 4 different phone calls, and we did sessions. They would ask me questions, and usually it was never, none, maybe, always. But that didn't seem to work because you cannot answer all your answers with that.
Sure.
So, but it was fulfilling. We had a lot of fun. The people were very kind. But what I got out of it was they told me, they educated me, and I educated them as a caregiver.
Right.
And so it was really, really nice.
Right. A reciprocal learning.
Yes.
Absolutely. You've been named the Elizabeth Dole Fellow for the state of Missouri, which is quite an honor. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about your role as a fellow with the Elizabeth Dole Foundation and then what the foundation does for veterans and caregivers?
Of course. What my goal is for the state of Missouri is we are rural. There's so many caregivers that don't know where to go, how to ask, when to ask, and don't give up. We took caregiver signs out to a lot of the rural areas. And they were so surprised. We gave them information. They said, we did not realize there is people here for us.
Oh.
And so that's one of the things I want to do. I want to get the word out. I want them to know that I'm here for them. They have questions. If I can get them solved, I will. If I can't get them solved, then I'm going to find somebody, because I never give up.
Right.
I don't give up. Yeah. But yeah, those are, and the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, they support us. You can call, anything you want to do. They give you the approval, of course, because of the, foundation. But they give you so much knowledge, and they respect you, and they're my new family. And I'm so blessed because being by yourself, raising your son by yourself, it's hard sometimes.
Sure. It's nice to have that support network.
Yes.
That, we'll be there for you when you need it. So that's wonderful. Anything specifically like supports or services that you've accessed with the foundation?
HiddenHeroes.org.
Okay.
That is a fantastic one. It is also affiliated with the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. What it is, it can be any caregiver that takes care of a military or veteran. You don't have to be in the Caregiver Study program.
Okay.
But it's a resource you can go to, you can join it, it's a private group, you join it, and you can get so many resources. They don't take anything that's sarcastic, they'll delete it. So everything is joyful, gives you answers, questions, and friendships.
So you can connect with other caregivers
Yes.
this way.
Yes.
That's wonderful, having that peer support.
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. Okay. And you've been with the Truman VA's Caregiver Support Program since its inception here in 2011. How has the Caregiver Support Program here helped you with your caregiving role?
Oh my gosh, I went 3 years without health insurance. I had to quit the bank. I didn't have to, I chose to quit the bank. But I was so tickled over the health insurance part of it because I'm not young, I got older. Caregiver pay wasn't too bad either, but you know what I'm saying. It was so important for me to have that. And then I've been with Denise from day one, and she's been with my journey, and she knows exactly where I'm going and what I'm going to do and what I won't stop doing.
Right. And for those of you in the audience, Denise Heath is the program manager for the Caregiver Support Program here at our VA. Just a wonderful social worker and asset to veterans and caregivers alike. So that's wonderful to hear that, Barb. If you could offer any type of advice to other caregivers out there, what would it be? What would you like people to know?
Well, I like when you first have your veteran or your military person come home from a very injured, severely injured person. First 2 years it took me to find out where I need to go, what I need to ask, how to ask it, because I was lost. So you got to find your sources within the VA. That's where you're going at. You have to go to one person. They respect you. You respect them. You're nice to them. They're going to be nice to you, and they're going to help you in any way that you can. I mean, they're just the way I did it, because I could not. I was dumbfounded, like, oh my gosh, do I call? Do I not call? Is it serious enough to call, and who do I call? So it's one of those things, you want to get one person, because you don't want to keep calling the operator and say, I need to talk. Because a lot of people don't understand the predicament that your son is in. So.
Right. It's nice to have someone help you navigate the process.
Yes.
So
it's been great here.
Okay, wonderful. So if folks out there who are in the caregiving role don't really know where to begin, connecting with us here at the VA, we can definitely help you walk through the process and connect you to the resources and services that might be available to you. So, well, Barb, thank you so very much for joining me today and for sharing a little bit about you. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and thank you for all that you do for your son and your role as a fellow with the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. They're so lucky to have you.
Thank you very much.
And for those tuning in, if you have any questions about the Elizabeth Dole Foundation or the Caregiver Support Program here at the Truman VA, please feel free to reach out to me, Lauren Spragg. My number is 573-355-7788. If you have any questions for Barb, we can also relay those to her as well. Thanks for tuning in today.